Hey everybody, and welcome back to another X-Plane 11 video. This is episode 4 of our UK series, and it's been quite a while since we've done one of these, and for good reason. Up until now we've been using Ortho4XP, which is an amazing program which gives you access to free satellite imagery for all your ground textures. But today we've moved on, and I had to wait a little while, but we finally have Orbx, the True Earth Great Britain scenery, which is divided into 3 parts. So you have Great Britain South, Great Britain Central, and now this newly released wonder, Great Britain North. So we've taken our time, we've seen what Ortho can do, now it's time to have a look at what Orbx can do. So our flight today, we're going to pick it up where we left off. We're on the ground here at Stornoway, and we're going to head across to Inverness. Pretty much a direct flight, following kind of VF4 rules. The weather is fine, it's relatively clear skies, just some cirrus clouds up there at around 10,000 feet or so. Wind is about 6 knots, bearing 030, and our flight time today is about 30 minutes. We're in the Aerobask Eclipse 550. It's a very light jet. I don't think I've streamed with this yet. Loads of fun. So we're going to hop down, go through some of the features of the aircraft and get our plane up and running and head on out of here. So this is our chariot for today, the Eclipse 550 from Aerobask. Always great fun to have these small corporate jets. This is classed as a very light jet, but it's fast and it can get to a great altitude, and it's great fun to fly. As you can see, the modelling work, texture, use of PBR, and this thing sounds pretty cool as well. It's streamed quite a bit. I haven't done an awful lot with it for my own streams, but it's great fun to fly. So down on the bottom left here we have a menu panel. And in this we have the various options, so we can have our TCAS traffic alerts, we can have our reflections on and off for the windshield and our instruments. Some of the ground options are our static elements and our chocks. We have an option here for the GPU, which will get started momentarily. Open and close the door. We can set our weight and balance, so we'll leave that be for the minute, but if you were to add people in, you'll see that they're actually modelled, so you can add people into the aircraft. But for this we'll just leave it on our own. We can be Billy No Mates. The sound, it kind of explains all the sounds inside and out. Lights inside, and you can also activate your flashlights. And then the shades. The shades are pretty cool, so you can select whatever shades you want to do. So by selecting all, it's only a matter of pressing this guy here and you'll see the shades in the aircraft close or open. Really nice little feature that adds to it. And then you can just close your menu. It comes with a number of liveries, and it looks quite well, as I said, day or night. The PBR stuff is really cool, and I like these small bits attention to detail that Aerobask are just really good at doing. So what we're going to do, go back into our menu here, and we can get rid of the chocks, close the doors, and activate the GPU. Okay, so inside this magnificent machine, as you can see, there's a lot of care and attention that's gone into the texture work on the main panel here. Everything looks really nicely polished. It's quite functional. Even the carpet looks fantastic. And the texture work inside, it's really, really good, really nice. So to power this on, go ahead and get our battery on. The Dynon, I think it's Dynon, all set up with Aerobask. It's their own custom make on it, and it looks pretty cool. So their version of the Garmin GTN 750, and I think a 650, or it could be a 600, but it's all very, very functional. So we can get some lights on here. So we have our nav lights here, we get our beacon on as well. Interior lights, get our footwell lights. Always nice to have. We have our iPad here, or tablet. Again, just quick access into your menu. And you fly by the stick, which is always cool. So to power this up, on the overhead, two consoles, right engine, left engine. Before we get going though, one or two things I just want to have a quick look at. We've checked our weight and balance, checked our fuel, all is good from that regards. Power systems are all okay. So in order to start up the aircraft, make sure our parking brake is set. And it's a simple click. N1 coming alive, good start in engine 2. Go for the left engine now. Good start on engine 1. We can go ahead and disconnect the GPU. Bus ties to auto. Demister for the windshield if you need it. Oxygen levels all okay for the moment. Ice protection, don't need to worry about it. Temperature's just not in it there today. So we'll go over to our map here. You can set this up either way, so you can go to this system here for your destination, and which just shows you your map. Flight plan is what we'll see. We'll do a direct to mode, and Inverness is where we're heading to. So it's Echo Golf Papa Echo. That's where we want. Activate that. Change our range here. We go this way. It ain't too far. So double check our altimeter. Our baro pressure over here as well. Everything is actually bang on the money. It's all correct. 2013 or 2992. These are very functional. There's great bits and bobs with them, so they're all fun. Our autopilot. Turn on our flight directors. Our altitude that we want to set today is going to be, I think, 8,000 feet. You can click anywhere on these screens and just type in what you want. Real handy feature. So that all looks good. We'll hop outside, have a quick look around at the sounds. Cool. Okay, so we're going to get our taxi lights on. Keep them guys off. Brakes coming off. Transponder set to VFR here in the UK, which is 7,000. Oxygen okay, cabin air is okay. And these guys up just a tad. With our throttles down here, we have rudder trim, and we can also set some flaps. One thing as well with these engines, you got to mind them. You can't just kind of flatline it and boot it. They'll give up on you. So we just want to watch how much power we put through these. Set 245 on our speed. Heading select, we can 0. Landing lights can come on. We're not flying with traffic today, so no need to panic just yet. Great sounds in this plane. Okay, coming onto the runway. Clear left, clear right. Get ourselves lined up here. 40% on our N1. I'll say that again. 40% on our N1. The sheer excitement. Okay, power, bring it up to about 90%. Power set, airspeed is alive. Keep the nose on the centre line. Here's 80 knots. Onto 90, get a rotation at 100. Positive rate, gear coming up. Touch the brakes on the way in. We'll come up past 300 feet, bring in our flaps, and we'll pitch to the left. There's our flaps in. Just adjust our pitch. Bank now to the left. Some of the most staggering things I've noticed with Orbx, it's how well they blend the coast and coastal areas back into the sim. Let's ignore the terrain here at the airport. That's the default airport. But like the differences with beaches and how the coast transitions back onto land, it is really a work of art. Fantastic. Speed is good, climb rate is good. Beautiful sunrise up here over Stornoway. up here on 5,000 feet. Okay, go ahead, set our autopilot. We have nav mode selected, which will read from the GPS. We have our altitude set at 8,000 with a vertical climb of 1,500 feet per minute. Speed is looking good, 90%, not too bad, 97 on our N2s. But we're okay. Temperatures and pressures all in the green. So far so good. Outside air temperature, 3 degrees. No risk of icing or anything like that. One thing we'll notice, we're following nav here, so we want to change that. Onto our GPS. That'll align us back in. If you had it set to nav mode, ideally it's for FMSs, but we'll leave it on our GPS. So when this aligns with your north-south, it'll bank back to the right and keep it all straight and level for you. Slower rate of climb, we're approaching our 8,000 feet altitude. Airspeed looking good. We're going to aim for about 245 knots, seems to be fine. We'll engage that once our altitude settles. Okay, speed good. ETA to Inverness, about 15 minutes or so. Turn off our landing lights and we'll use this this opportunity to hop inside the airplane, do a couple of scenic shots, and we'll reconvene as we're approaching into Inverness. Okay, welcome back. So we're only a couple of minutes away from Inverness. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring our speed down. We're going to zero our heading bug. And we're going to be aiming slightly left. Number of oil rigs over here on the left. Our altitude, we're going to bring it down to 4,000 feet. Vertical speed can be activated. And we'll go for 1,000 feet per minute on our descent. And start bringing our power down. Our approach into the airport is pretty much going to be swing around here to the left and then a 90-degree right turn. That'll get us lined up at the runway. So with Orbx you have this lovely crisp scenery. All the work has gone into the texture work and the photo. So there's no transition of different colours, which can happen quite a bit with ortho. There's so many forests and you got wind farms going on. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, so it's cool. And this is only like tip of the iceberg kind of stuff. Like we're just coming back in Inverness. We still got to take in Glasgow and a number of other places as well. So it should be fun. As we're coming in here, there's actually a decent landmark over here, I think, Fort Rose, or Fort Rose. And they have it modelled here. I think it's kind of built, it's a fort, but it's built around, I think it's a 13th or 14th century cathedral that's there. You can Google up all this stuff, but it's well placed here in Orbx. So we're going to go into heading mode. I think they have helipads on all of these as well. That'll be an interesting thing to do. Might get a chopper in another episode. Approaching 4,000 feet, speed is good. All our lights are on. Everything looking nice. really nice scenery up here. Okay, autopilot can come off. Bring our altitude down now. We're going to level off here. Put a ceiling of 2,000 feet in. We'll get the buzzer 1,000 feet above. Speed is okay. Frame rates are okay. Like for the sheer amount of objects, be it trees and buildings and everything else, I have my settings for ground scenery set to high, so it's loading in a lot of models and textures and stuff. So that's the Fort Rose here in front of us. That's our airport here in Inverness. Just coming under 3,000 feet. This place looks absolutely beautiful. Summer holidays this year has got to be Scotland. Look at the fantastic valleys and all the lakes. Really nice. Okay, bring our speed right back. Just coming under 2,000 feet. Slow our descent here now, get our speed down. Go for a notch of flaps here now. Speed looking good. Okay, start a sharp right hand turn. Landing gear coming down. Three greens for the landing gear. Flaps are down. Nice soft bank coming in. Watching our speed. Get ourselves lined up here at the runway.
1,000.
1,000 feet indicated. Keep our speed around 95 to 100.
300.
A little low, but we can correct that now shortly. Bit of a float. $80 knots. Bring our flaps back in. Welcome to Inverness. I have to say, there's just so much nice things out the window with the scenery. Flying kind of becomes a second effort, as you can see from the approach and the landing. But we got here in one piece. Really looking forward to exploring this place. And I've I have a couple of videos done, Great Britain South, some of the airports, some of the Orbx airports as well. They look fantastic. So we should get a good few videos out of this. Landing lights off. We're going to go for kind of GA Park and kind of straight ahead. Small bit of chop on the ground. We can see the ground reflections or shadows. Probably could do with a patch. But this plane is it's a lot of fun to fly, and it is quite fast. The avionics suite is fantastic. It just works. It's really nice. Alrighty. Park and brake can come on. Exterior lights start coming off. Our avionics master switch just from our Cytec yoke here can come off. All looking well. Left engine coming off. And right engine off. So lights off and batteries off. Alright guys, there we have it. Welcome to Inverness. That was a fun flight. Not a single procedure was followed, only because the Orbx, it's too nice. But don't worry, we'll work on that. Like always, thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, suggestions or opinions, do please leave them in the section below. I do read them. Perhaps you might say there's somewhere else to fly to in Scotland if you guys would like to see it in Orbx. If you're thinking about getting either Orbx or indeed the Eclipse 550 or any other aircraft for that matter, drop me a note. I could already have the aircraft, and if it's something if it's something you want to see before you go off and buy it, I'd be more than happy to show you guys. So until next time, do take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon.